to start with exercise 6.5 part 1 of the triangles. Before we start with the exercise sums, let's just have a recap of what we have learned. That is Pythagoras theorem says that Pythagoras theorem we have learned. Pythagoras theorem says that hypotenuse square equals to one side square plus other side square. This is applicable for a right angle triangle. That means if you have a right angle triangle, that is, let's take a small example, that's triangle ABC. So in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse equals to the sum of the squares of the other two sides square. That means when I apply here Pythagoras theorem, I know that hypotenuse is AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. What is the converse of Pythagoras theorem? So converse of Pythagoras theorem says that if the square of the longest side, square is equal to the square of the sum, that is sum of the squares of the other two sides square, then the angle which is opposite to the longest side is right angle. So here, to solve exercise 6.5, we require these two theorem at most important. So Pythagoras theorem and its converse. So whenever you have to prove that it is 90° or right angle, so we have to prove that the square of the hypotenuse or the square of the longest side should be equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides square. If this condition is not satisfied, we will say that the triangle is not a right angle triangle. Coming to exercise 6.5, the first sum. Here we have the sides of the triangle are given below. Determine which of the following are right triangles. Write the length of its hypotenuse. In the case of a right angle, you have to write the length of the hypotenuse. Now this is a 2-mark sums. You don't have to draw the diagram for this. You just have to apply converse of Pythagoras theorem, because here all the three sides are given. To find that whether the triangle is a right angle, if the square of the longest side, if it is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides square, we will say it is a right triangle. Now in this case, let's write the solution. The solution here, the simple steps I'll just say. Let us assume small a to be 7 cm, small b as 24 cm, small c as 25 cm. Now here we first find out what is the longest side. The longest side is 25. So let's take the square of the longest side, that is 25 square. When I take, we all know it is 625. Then we will take, that is square of the longest side we have taken. Now we'll take the square of the sum. We'll take the sum of the squares of other two sides square, that is a square plus b square. Let's find out. That is 7 square plus 24 square. When we take, we get 49 and 24 square is 576. So here we get 49 plus 576 is 625. So here we observe that c square is also 625, a square plus b square is also 625. So from here we can conclude that a square plus b square, that is sum of the squares of two sides square, equal to the square of the longest side. And therefore, by converse of Pythagoras theorem, we say that the triangle is a right angle triangle. Pythagoras theorem, the given triangle is right triangle. The given triangle is right angle. So if it is right angle, then we have to find out right angled. So if it is a right angle, then you have to find the length of the hypotenuse. And here the length of the hypotenuse is 25. Therefore, the length of the hypotenuse is 25 cm. I hope this is very simple and it's clear. Similarly, by doing this sum, again we will do here a, the longest sides. Here we will say let a equals to 13 cm, b equals to 12 cm, c equals to 5 cm. Anything you can take the alphabets. We are denoting the sides to be a, b, c. And then let's take the square of the longest side, that is 13 square. You get 169. Similarly, let's take the sum of the squares of the other two sides square. So we get 12 square plus 5 square, that is 144 plus 25. So here we get 169. So again we find that a square equals to b square plus c square. Coming to the third sum,
Let's do the third sum. In the third sum, we have A equals to, sorry, this is actually the fourth sum. We'll do the second sum, that is 3 centimeter, 8 centimeter, 6 centimeter. This is actually the second one. So here is the second. So 3, 8, 6. So again, we'll assume the same step. Let A equal to 3 centimeter, B equal to 8 centimeter, and C equal to 6 centimeter. So here we have. So again, we'll take the square of the longest side. Here the square is 8 is bigger, so B square equals to 8 square. That is nothing but 64 centimeter. Correct? Now we will take the sum of the squares of the other two sides square. That is 3 square plus 6 square will give us 9 plus 36. 9 plus 36 will give you 45. Now here you observe very clearly. Okay, sorry. I have taken this as a square plus c square, sorry. Therefore, we find that b square, that is the bigger side square, that is 8 square, is not equal to a square plus c square. Can you see b square is not equal to a square plus c square? Therefore, by converse of Pythagoras theorem, so here we can say by converse of Pythagoras theorem, we find that the given triangle is not a right angle triangle. So here we conclude, therefore, therefore the given triangle is not a right angled triangle. So if it is not a right angle triangle, then there is no question of hypotenuse. Okay, actually we forgot here the hypotenuse to be written. So here we understand the length of the hypotenuse is the longest side. So here we will take the longest side as, here it is given as 13. Therefore hypotenuse equals to 13 centimeter. I hope this kind of questions is clear. So one more question is left for you students to solve. Now let's go move to the next sum of exercise 6.5, second one. Now here it is given. Let's check out this. Here it is given that PQR is a triangle, right angled at P, and M is a point on QR such that PM is perpendicular to QR. Show that PM square equals to PM square into QM into MR. So here the diagram first you have to draw. The diagram is not given here. So let's check out the diagram. Here it is given that PQR is right angled at P. So here it's a right angle triangle. Okay. So here, okay, here it's not happening a right angle triangle. One sec. So we want a right angle triangle. Okay. So here we need to draw. So here I'm just trying to draw the best. Okay, I'll just take a ruler for drawing the right angle triangle. So here we have, to just get the feel that we are doing the same, right? This we can't make imagine. So here we are taking a straight line. Okay. So here so in this geometry, first you have to predict the diagram. Once the diagram is in front of us, then it is very easy to write the proof. So here my triangle, beautiful triangle is ready, right angle triangle. Now it's perfect, I find. Right students? So here I have drawn a right angle triangle which is right angled at P. So this is my point P. This is Q, this is R. Now PQR is a right angle at P. M is a point on QR. So let's take a point M on QR such that PM is perpendicular to QR. So here it is given that PM is perpendicular to QR. And it is given that
Okay, it's given this. Show that PM square equals to QM into MR. PM square, this is M. PM square equals to QM into MR. So here you can find PM square means 2 times the PM is occurring. That means it is nothing but PM into PM equals to QM into MR. Now, as such, we don't have to write the given because everything is being stated and it is in the form of diagram. So we can directly write the proof, students. Now here, that means with the help of similarity, I need to prove this because I have, here we have 3 triangles, okay. So here we want PM and PM. That means we have to consider 2 triangles in such a way that where PM occurs. So here we can find where PM occurs, the triangle is this triangle, that is if I take as 1 and 2. So I have to consider this triangle 1 and triangle 2 because PM is occurring both the triangle. If I take PMQ or here I can say RMP or RPM, here PM will occur. So I have to prove similarity between these 2 triangles. Once you can apply, there is one theorem which says that if a perpendicular is drawn from the vertex of a right angle to the hypotenuse, then the triangles that is formed on the either side will be similar to each other. Okay, so we can use that fact, but when writing the correspondence, it is better that we know that we can prove that this triangle, that is PMQ, is similar to the bigger triangle as we have done for the Pythagoras theorem. How did we prove? The same way we can use and prove it. So let's do it. So here we know that, students, that we can prove that triangle QPR is similar to this, we can write, or we can say MPR is similar to the bigger triangle. So you can either use that theorem or we can prove that these 2 triangles are similar. For proving that, we can just assume here, let angle R be equal to X. I have taken that this be X degree. Now we know that angle P is 90 degree. We know that angle P is 90 degree. This is given, this fact we know. So if this is 90, if I consider that is in triangle QPR, if I take in triangle QPR, I know that angle Q plus angle P plus angle R equal to 180. That is angle sum property of a triangle, right? So I need to find angle Q. Here directly we can say this is 90, this is X. So if in the right angle triangle, this two, the sum of Q and R will be also 90. So if this is X, this will be 90 minus X. Just for the sake of proving, we'll just write it. So here R is X, students. So we can find angle Q very easily. So angle Q will be 180. This 90 plus 90 will go here, become minus 90. Similarly, plus X will become minus X degree. So here we will get 90 minus X. So angle Q will be 90 minus X. Now here Q is 90 minus X, P is 90 degree and R is X, correct? So now let us find out in triangle, we need to prove the similarity between this triangle 1 and triangle 2. So we need to prove, so we require the angles, right? So similarly, if I consider triangle, in triangle, if I consider QPM of PMQ, anything. So we know that angle Q we know, angle M we know, and angle P if I take equal to 180. Can we find this angle? That is angle P. So here we know that angle Q is 90 minus X. Just now we found angle M is 90 degree plus angle P equal to 180. So from this we understand 90 plus 90 is 180. 180 will cancel. Minus X will go that side. So we get very easily that angle P is X degree. So we got that angle P is X degree here. Just see here. So I have written here angle P here is X. So here we know that if angle P is X, so angle P is nothing but, here we can say angle P means angle QPR. It's made up of 2 angles, that is angle QPM and it is MPR. So can we find angle MPR? MPR is nothing but, here we know QPR is 90 degree. We know QPR is 90 degree and we know that QPR is 90 degree and QPM is X. QPM we have taken as X. We found it as X. So we can find MPR very easily. So here we can say MPR. We have to find MPR. So this X will go this side. So when this X will go this side, we'll get 90 minus X. So here we have got MPR is 90 minus X. Now easily we can prove that these 2 triangles are similar. So here when we write the similarity between these 2 triangles, we can say the triangle here when I write, I can say XX. So when I say Q, here similarity. So you see the letter Q here, I'm talking about this triangle 1. Angle Q is 90 minus x, and in triangle 2, angle P, this P is 90 minus x. So first letter, if it is Q, here it has to be P. Now both the cases we know angle M is 90. So if I take M is 90, here also M is 90, second letter. And the third letter obviously will here be a P, and here it is x, and R is also x. So here we can prove these two triangles similar by AA test of similarity. So for this we need to write. Now here I have just written for your understanding. So while writing here we can write in triangle QMP and triangle MPR. So here we can say that angle Q is equals to angle P, that is equal to 90 minus x. That's we have proved. We can also say angle M and angle M, they are equal 90 degree, and therefore we say they are similar by AA test of similarity. Once we prove this similar, now we can find out PM square I want. So PM is the second and the third letter. So I'll get PM second and third letter, and here the second and third letter is MR. Similarly, PM is the first and the second letter here. First and second letter is QM upon PM. So here we have C, S, ST, corresponding sides of similar triangles. So when we cross multiply, we will get PM square equals to QM into MR. So here we prove that PM square equals to QM into MR. Now this many long steps you write when it is for 3 marks. But if it is 2 marks, directly you can write the correspondence. Now this I'm showing for 2 marks. If I want to write, I can say that QPR, the bigger triangle, here directly we can say QP, that is QPR, is similar to the smaller triangle. Now Q, here Q again it is 90 minus x. For the smaller triangle also, here we can say Q, and here P is 90 degrees, so QMP similar to triangle PMR. Here you can write the reason that if a perpendicular is drawn from the vertex of a right angle triangle to the hypotenuse, from the vertex to the hypotenuse, the triangles that is formed on either side are similar to each other. And using this directly, we can prove it. That is for 1 mark, so 2 marks. For 3 marks, I have shown a lengthy procedure to show that how we can find correspondence. If you don't understand this, you can also orally find out if this is x, this is 90, this total is 90, so this will be 90 minus x. You can assume anything as x and find the other one. I hope you have understood this question number 2. Now coming to the next question, that is question number 4 I have taken. Okay, question number 3 is also similar to that. Question number 3 is also similar. So, okay, first I'll do question number 3 and then I'll go to question number 4. So question number 3 we have, it is also similar to question number 4. It says that if ABD is a right angle triangle, so if they have already given the diagram, so here it is given that ABD is a right angle triangle. So BAD, that is, it's given that triangle is a right angle triangle, and AC is perpendicular. AC is perpendicular, it is given. You have to prove that AB square equals to BC into BD. Similarly, AC square equals to BC into DC, and here AD square equals to BD into CD. Again here when into is there and you have AB square, AB into AB and BC into CD. So here AB square means what? AB square, it means AB into AB. So here we know that means two triangles you have to consider in such a way that where AB exists, right? Here for AC square we have to consider two triangles where AC is there, right? And similarly again for AD square we have to consider two triangles where AD is there. So when you go for the solution, it is very easy. So let's go for the proof, not solution, proof. For the first thing to be proved, we will consider two triangles where AB exists. So from the diagram we can form very easily. This is just like a Pythagoras theorem. I want AB, so we will take BAD and BAC. So if I consider triangle, here I have considered triangle BAD. If I consider BAD, we know that A is 90 degree here, and triangle we will consider here. You can just write here CAB. If I consider this triangle, I can say the first fact that angle A is 90 degree. Sorry, in this bigger triangle, angle A is 90 degree, and the smaller triangle, angle C is 90 degree. So each is 90 degree. The second thing which is common for both, here for both it is common, that is angle B and angle B is common angle for both. Angle B and angle B is common angle. Therefore, the two triangles are similar by AA test of similarity. Now, when I have written this, see, I have not written the correspondence in the first case. But when you write similarity, then it is mandatory that you write the correspondence. Now, when I write, therefore, I will see A, the letter A is corresponding to C. So, if I write this as first letter, then my first letter here should be C. Here, the second letter is B. So, here, if I write B, then here should be B. So the remaining letter is here D and here the letter is A. So I say by AE test of similarity, these two triangles are similar. See, here I have not bothered to write because I have just considered randomly. After writing the reason, then we are saying that these two triangles are similar. Now I want AB. So I will write AB upon first two letters upon BC. And here I want again AB, second and third letter. Second and third letter is BD upon AB. So here we have C, S, S, T. Corresponding sides of similar triangles. So we get very easily AB square equals to BC into BD. So I hope vice versa you can prove the remaining two also. Moving to the next, that is question number 4. So I thought I'll just give you a hint so that you can do it very easily. Question number 4 is also very easy, very simple. Triangle ABC is an isosceles right angle triangle, very special type, isosceles right angle triangle. So I have selected my scale here. So here isosceles right angle triangle. Okay, so here let's draw first a right triangle. Okay, so it's an isosceles triangle means two sides are equal and at the same time it is a right angle triangle. So here we are just taking 90 degree. So I have taken a isosceles right angle triangle. I'm just trying to do. So two sides should be equal and the third side in a right angle triangle is fixed, you all know. That is the hypotenuse. So if I consider this vertex, so obviously this two base and the height should be the same. And because hypotenuse is the longer side, right? So I hope here my triangle is a right angle at C. So here will be C and have drawn AB. Now see students, so triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle, right angled at C. So very carefully I have taken this. So it is an isosceles triangle means here it is understood if it is right angle at C, that means AC and BC are equal. So when you write the proof, it's a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle means Pythagoras theorem, first thing. So here we can write the first point, the triangle ABC is a right angled isosceles or isosceles right angle triangle. Is isosceles is an isosceles right angled triangle. So if it is isosceles right angle triangle, the second point we can say AC and BC are equal. We all know AC and BC are equal. So this is given. And then it is a right angle triangle. So can we use Pythagoras theorem? Yes. And we have AB square. So if I use Pythagoras theorem, AB square equals to AC square plus BC square. And here I write the reason Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. So here we want to prove that AB square equal to 2AC square. So can I write instead of BC AC? Yes, because AC and BC are equal and we have to prove 2AC square. So here instead of BC I can write here AC. So here we can just write from 2. So here we will get ultimately 2AC square, and see we have proved very easily that AB square equals to 2AC square. So here we have proved that if the triangle is an isosceles right angle triangle, then the hypotenuse square will be equal to twice of any of the sides square. Both the sides are equal. I hope you have understood. Question number 5 is also very similar to this. Thank you students. Thank you for watching.